Hello everyone, it's Michelle from Michelle's Ink It Stamp It, and I thought I would just turn the camera on because I have been working on the journal, and I added some more pages. So this is the Farm Life Journal, so you've seen that. I think most of the pages you've seen. So let's take that out. And how's everyone doing? Thank you for joining me. And hopefully, I still have to cover the back of this one and the back of this one, but I haven't found what I wanted for those. So these are some of the things that I added. Were a little bit of book. Might have had this in there already. This is newsprint. This is new, so it's a train book. And it has a fold out, but of course the fold out is on the other end, so I'll show that to you when I come to it. We had that in there. This was a vacation thing from 19... Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to look on the other part of it, so... This might be new. Can't think of the word. This is part of the Shakespeare book. This is a ledger that I had. So it'll open up and give you plenty of writing space. And I like this because it was for, that had hired help, and then it had taking care of your animals, and I just thought, oh, that's kind of cool for in here. So this was a 5th grade reader, and this wasn't a dictionary. Maybe it was a dictionary. It was it said something else on it. I don't remember. This was an Italian book. I think you saw the piano paper. And then this is the center, so let me find that. I'm going to put this back together so I don't lose all the spots on it. Take this side off. I just want to take you to that one excuse me, page that opens up. So these two have to still get covered. Okay, went right by it. And it was cool how they had it. There was a bunch of papers like that. Here it is. Excuse me, I'm going to get a drink here. No, maybe not. I can't get my cup out of there. Way it goes. All right, so it was a railroad book, and it gave, this is for flat cars, and it gave all the dimensions. So that's kind of cool. So I probably won't cover that up because I like all that stuff. And then this side is all blank, so it's all writable. So that's cool. Okay, so go back to the center here. And we'll go back to this side. And I hate when you take them apart because then it folds up in different ways. There we go. Okay, I'll take that side off. I don't know if you could see this on there, but this was a piece of jewelry I got from an estate sale. And it was broken there in two, so when I got it, it actually was held together for a little bit by something. I don't know what it was, but when I got it, this part just folded back. But I thought, oh, that's going to be beautiful on the front of a journal. So I can't wait to put that on for a closure. So I'm just using Beacon 3-in-1. That seems to be the fixer, all fixer. So far it's working on there. Okay, so when you have a journal that has a bunch of things, and this is why I turned the camera on, because I wanted to start putting things from different trips that I had been on, and I wanted to show you how I use them. So this is in the Milk Abbey in Milk in Austria. So it's a spiral staircase that goes from the top to the bottom. It's in the library, so the library's all around it. And it leads to different rooms as well. So I talk about that, and that in the picture you could see that my foot is all bandaged up in there from all the blisters that I had. And I found out when I came back that I had an allergy to my shoes, to the dye in my shoes. Yeah, so that was fun to find out. But anyway, so I want to place that on this page. So you have a page, it's covered with stuff, right? And you don't want to, you can't write on it because it won't show through. Well, it will, but you have to make it real legible. But the, you know, you can put pictures like this. You could leave it like this and still journal on the back and tuck it into a pocket. So that would go in there. Or you can just glue it, which I think that's what I'm going to do. And I think I'll put it right there because I like all the patina on the edge, and I like being able to see the music. So let's just go ahead and do it. And you could tip this in if you wanted to have more writing space. I'll be writing space all over it, so I'm not worried too much. Put this in here, so if I get glue over, it's going to be where the glue is needed anyway. And yeah, so I see lots of people that do beautiful, beautiful journals, and I love making those kind too, but there's not always a bunch of places to write in it. And people are always asking, how do you write in those when people have, you know, covered them completely like that? So let's see here. It's hard when I can't get over the top of them. And of course, I don't have my bone folder out, so I'm just going to go over that with this. You know, you just use whatever you have. These are rubber, so they it won't dig into it. I have credit cards, but I've ripped my pages before using credit cards, so I guess I'm like the bull in the china shop. Okay, so I wrote about, you know, all that happened, so now that's in there. And then I thought I'd show you how I make some of the things. So I'm going to put this back to the center here. And so what I did was print up a bunch of my pictures on an 8.5 by 11. I get the printer paper, the photo paper at excuse me, at Walmart, and they print up real nicely, and I like one of the things that's on there that I use this one all the time, so it prints a full 8.5 by 11 paper. So you just put your photos all over there. This one I cut my daughter-in-law's head off, so I had to reprint that and make another page. Hopefully the glare's not getting to you on there. So I redid it here and had her made her, so it made me print up a whole nother page of stuff, which is fine. So this was like this, and then there was this was over here, and this was here. So I just cut it up out of the center. So these two are of this was the group that we were with, and went to Italy, Orvieto. In Italy, we went to Orvieto and Venice and Florence. I was trying to think of where all we went. So these two are of, this is of Orvieto. So this was like I like to get up in the morning and walk. So this was probably like 5:30, 6 o'clock. And yeah, so it was a lot of fun. So this is the street. There was nobody on it. So I had fun walking all around the town. So Orvieto is a walled mountaintop city, and they close it up at night and open it up again in the morning. So we were in one of the hotels in there, and a beautiful hotel. Last time we stayed at Hotel Italia, I think, and this time we stayed, I don't remember the name, but I'll look it up. So this is that Civita di Bagnoregio. I'm sure I'm butchering that, but it is a built on tufa rock on the hillside, on the top of a tufa rock, and they carved out homes and all this stuff, and then you have to walk down this long path to get to it. Before, we parked right down at the bottom before you go up this bridge, and this time, which was either 2 or 3 years later, you had to park on the other side of town, and then they took you in, they bussed you into town in a littler bus, and then we had to get out and walk through the town and then up the big long ramp to get into the city. So this is one of my favorite places. The second time that I've been there too, so I love that. Yeah, so I thought I would show you how I would use those. Hopefully there's not a big glare on that. So this one, I thought I had made these. I'll leave a link down below to where I made these. I did, I don't know, 10 or 15 of them. These bags where I just collaged on them. I made tags for every one of them. And so I just have them to put into my journals when I do it. So this one here, I did the corners, the angle corners, and then this I did the 1/4 inch or the 1/4 round on there. It has two sizes on this one, 1/4 inch and 1/2 inch, so I used the 1/4 inch. And in fact, I want to do that on this square one anyway, so I'm sure you all know how to use these, but you just tuck it in there so it goes, and then just flip it around. And I really like these. We Are Memory Keepers crocodile chompers, so you can do more than one at a time, and it'll go through chipboard. And yeah, so if you have a big hard one, I just put this one leg down on it and then put my stuff in there, and then I'll just use my hand to push it down and chomp it. So that seems to work really well. Oops, I just dumped all the things out. Okay, so I rounded the corners. I have my and this is just my little hack on because I have a dog that steals them all the time, so I don't like to buy the handles for them because she eats them. So these are champagne corks, and I just staple. Well, she just chewed this one up, so I can show it to you if I can find it. Oh, here it is. So I staple a piece of Velcro to the top, and then that way these just fit right on the top, however you want them to go. And so that's what I've done on this one too. So if you peel it off, you could see the Velcro on there. I'll put a little glue on it and then do the stick, so it gets a little less expensive that way. have a Chihuahua. Well, she's a Chowini actually. Chihuahua wiener dog. So that explains a lot, I guess, I'm sure. And then I'm not going, if I was going to leave this blank, I wasn't sure if I was leaving this one blank, so when I sponged it, I just went around the edges this way too, so I could figure out what I was going to, until I figured out what I was going to do with it. This one I thought would be perfect right on here. So I'll probably do that, and then I'll find a label to put here so I can write the name of the city on there. And then I'll write the year that I was there. And these I backed with parchment paper. So I have the whole backside to write the story of. So since I know that's going to go there anyway, I don't know where my glue page is, so I'll use this. Got to get my tools out. When I did my art class last time, I still have all my tools in a plastic bag and I haven't gotten them out. But this will work. Do it on the other side and I do it a little harder. Okay. Yeah. So you have this side to write the whole thing on. I use one of those Micron pens. I used to work for, it's all about the script. It's close to my heart, and they're now merged with Stampin' Up. I didn't rejoin with Stampin' Up. Too much going on. So this was I don't know, it usually says somewhere on here what, oh, this is a 0.5 micron pen. So you can write all the stuff on there. Might have got that crooked, but that's okay. So like I said, I'll find a label and put in there, but now I have this to go inside. I will write all about this trip on there, on the back here. I could also use another piece of paper, so I could fit that in there. So that bag, the cello bag, will hold a lot. I can also, so this is what I put on the other one. Oops, sorry. So I have this, and I just line it, you know, put it as close as possible. I'll put it on there and then rip everything off of it. I'll probably tear that down to begin with, and I use my We Are Memory Keepers tearing guide. And usually I will line it up on a line so that I know that I'm halfway straight. Put that line and that line, and then tear it so that's that way. And then I'll have to tear this too, but I think this needs to be torn. No, I could do it that way. Just tear the edge and then put it in the center of it. When I'm going to do that, I'll just line this edge up with one, so I know I have it reasonably straight. Well, that helped a lot, didn't it? If I get to ripping it crazy, it goes all over the place. So we know how that, we all know how that one goes, how that ends up. Okay, so I could glue this on here, and then tear that off a little bit lower so that I have it. And I would probably glue this down. Let's do that so I can show you what I'm talking about. let me know if you can hear my fan going, because if you can, on the next video, I won't have it on. Okay, well, let's just do it this way. Rip that off too short. But we'll just do half and half. You just want to make sure you get good coverage all the way around. I want to get the glue on my photo. So there are tons of ways to add writing space to your journals. So if you want to buy one of the fancier ones from people, you certainly can, because it let's turn it over and go this way on it. I have a silicone bone folder that I use. Like I said, I just haven't gotten it out yet. And you would normally wait for this to dry. You wouldn't do this while it was still wet, but we're going to anyway. So there you go. And then you can take your rounder and do those corners. So I got the 1/4 inch on this side. And it does make it slide into your pockets a heck of a lot easier when you do that. Let's see, and I have this one for the angles. This does a photo corner and an angle corner. So okay, and that's We Are Memory Keepers, a corner chomper as well. So it says angle and photo, and the photo is pretty cool. Let me show it to you on this. So you put your photo in there, and then it makes that angle part to it, so it slips either right under your photo corner or right up to your photo corner. Easy for me to say. Okay, I did get some glue on there. Let's see, I don't have my eraser out either, but that handle seemed to take it off, so. All right, now you have the place to write on the back of it. You can attach another piece of paper to it as well. And yeah, so we had 3 spots in our journal now that we can add for journaling spots. So we have this one, and then the one that we glued onto this page. So there they all are. Okay, so that's just a little short one to show you what you can do. So no matter how fancy they are, no matter what's going on in them, you could even attach this like on a short page like that, so it can be the thing that you open it up with. And then you can attach another piece of paper on the back side, or you can leave it like this and write this way across here and this way across here. There's no limit to what you can do. Okay, so don't think that if you have a journal that doesn't have a spot on it for you to write, well, then you make yourself one. And all you would have to do as well is, so now I have these little pieces here that are all ready to go. So this could get glued on here, it could get glued on here, and put a photo on there, do your journaling on there. Could do it here, put a photo on one and you're journaling on another. Yeah, so I'm just seeing a thing I can actually do to this as well. So I'll show you that on the next video. All right. I will see you on the next video. Be sure to like and subscribe. I'll put some videos over here that you might be interested in. And until next time, bye.